All right, Brandon, nice to meet you. So we connected on social, and to give you context, I've been exploring this new sector of Web3, blockchain-based business, NFTs, metaverse, and so that's kind of why we're connecting, just to kind of have some raw conversation about the space, what it is you guys do, and all of that. Where are you at?
I'm in Cleveland area, Northeast Ohio area currently, but spend, our base is Nashville, and then we have a great growing community here in Cleveland, Miami, and around the world.
Okay, cool. So part of like the narrative here is going to be, as people watch this, they want to find inspiration. During the bear market, especially, people are like, well, what's next? What do I do now? And really now it's time for people to connect with their communities, find a place, do more research, and then hopefully build something. And so if they can find inspiration from what it is that you do and anyone that I interview, then the goal is accomplished, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a build market, not a bear market. So
Build market.
for the people who are, if you're in this because you're passionate about it, you're passionate about people, then nothing else should change. You should be continuing to change and grow. But I mean, it's not just about a coin. It's really about community. It's about relationships and how you can be of value and be multiplied in this growing space.
That's a good, by the way, I'm going to write that down and share it with my group. It's a build market, not a bear market.
Yeah. And that's, and Nashville, that's what we're doubling down in, our founder, John Mediana, started, and Jesse Ross founded NFT Nashville because it's about the people, because the gold isn't in a mine. It's not in a mining company. The gold is in people. And so we're all essentially resource mines, but you're only going to get to those resources if you can really develop a relationship. So, we got a great team. Booth Life partnered with NFT Nashville and our founders to put on an amazing festival September 1st through 5th in Music City. And that's, the idea is, if you have all the labels, all the publishing companies, tons of artists and musicians moving to Nashville all the time, and entrepreneurs and tech people, then there should also be a blockchain presence. There should be blockchain companies and platforms and developers should have a presence in Music City.
I apologize. So tell me about this NFT Nashville. Is this like, it's an event, right? Like a music event?
Well, it's more than an event. I mean, NFT Nashville is a community that's made up of micro meetups that lead to major monthly events, that lead to major festivals and conferences like NFT Nashville Fest with a 3 and instead of a regular E. And then it's supposed to be back, what's happening Tuesday? Another micro meetup. So that's the vision. And we've seen pieces of that come together. We've seen, we have such amazing people based out of Nashville. So we've been able to do micro meetups and then regular monthly events, workshops, and now it's all full speed ahead to Labor Day weekend for NFT Nashville Fest.
That's exciting. So small micro events leading the bigger event, leading to the biggest.
Yeah, and then back to the micro meetups, back to just smaller circle relationship building and bringing value. So, when I sat down, Music City Crypto was birthed to help bring together the local and blockchain communities in Nashville. So when I sat down with the founders of NFT Nashville, and they said, what's the vision that you see? And I felt in my heart, what if you could take a South by Southwest meets TED Talks, meets WeWorks, co-working space, and have that perpetually happening 24/7, 365. And, when they shared the vision of, it's micro meetups to major monthly events to the major festival and helping 1,000 artists mint their music by the end of the year. It was like, yo, let's integrate, let's work together. And that's, shortly after, that's when I started personally, and even just any conferences I go to, is in my public persona really is NFT Nashville. My private relations side is more Music City crypto, masterminds, things like that.
Tell me about Music City Crypto. What's this about?
Yeah, so Music City Crypto, I mean, we were doing music tech media summits, pre-Music City Crypto branding. We were doing music tech media summits online during the pandemic. We found ourselves in Clubhouse meetings, like learning about NFTs. And so we just took some of those people leading the way in NFTs and blockchain, started putting them on the music tech media summits. So it was around January 2021 that it was like NFTs just started overtaking the conversations. And an advisor of mine who helped co-found Digital Niche Agency, Tim Martinez, said, look, bro, he goes, you need to really emphasize, focus in on building up the blockchain community in Nashville, the local and global presence of that, and like connecting with these conferences out in Miami. And so I just started hitting the ground running January 2022 of this year. I was like, yo, I'm not going to keep just being part of the conversation. I got to be on the ground. And that's really when Music City Crypto came to life as a really community-centric advisory firm where we can do some smaller circle masterminds. We do monthly community calls. And we believe not just trying to directly, we could directly help solve a problem, but if you can bring the right people to the table, get the right people together, the resources will flow from there.
Gotcha. So as an advisory firm for Music City Crypto, let's say you have like a meetup for your Music City Crypto, and then everyone kind of brings like their own expertise or skill set and vision.
Yeah, we've been blessed to have like members of the VP of business development at Yellow Heart has been on multiple. I mean, he's been with us pre even Music City Crypto, as far as a friend and somebody we trust as that we collaborate with, to Mad NFTs, Make a Difference NFTs, members of Harmony Protocol, to are part of our NFT Nashville community. Some of those people, to Dylan, Team Checked. Is that, like, I would say Team Checked all day, teamcheck.com. Dylan and Felice, they do such an amazing job, them and their team, supporting and bridging the gap with some of the top TikTok influencers in the world, their audiences in Web3. So we absolutely love Team Checked, Digital Niche Agency, awardpool.com. Those are regular people that are part of our blockchain syndicate that's bringing together a lot of the blockchain conference people around the world. John Blackwell from NFT Bosnia and Moonwalk Ambassador. Like, these are some of the people that we get to have regular community with.
Holy smokes. That's cool. I didn't, I guess I didn't realize the power in being a community organizer and just the amount of social capital that you can bring together and now have all these connections, because then they'll be like, oh yeah, BrandonDavid. Yeah, we met through his business, Music City Crypto, and the other, that kind of stuff.
We like keeping the party going with a purpose. Parties with a purpose. So when we're at conferences and we can do pop meetups, and we worked with Rain Magazine, Nova Rain from Rain Magazine with an E, to have a presence at ETH Denver, and then we just kept it. It's fun, because you could have a presence by being part of a community and not physically be at a place, but be connecting with people online while your friends are on the ground. And you don't have to be Freedom with NFTs is good friends of ours, Lauren Turton. She says, like, hey, do you have FOMO, fear of missing out, or do you have JOMO, JOMO, joy of missing out, because you're always where you're supposed to be.
It takes a focused individual to say that, you know what I mean? Because you gotta have your focus and be like, yeah, I didn't miss anything, because I'm so focused on like what it is you're doing.
Yeah, just be where you gotta be and let your friends be at everywhere else, and I think that's the power of having centralized communities within a decentralization movement.
So What got you into putting all of these events together? Before you putting these events together, like what were you doing? And then what encouraged you to start putting them together?
Yeah. So like pre-pandemic, we were working on something in Cleveland, Ohio to bring a creative co-working center together at one of the epic historic recording studios. So we wanted to see a place where podcasters and film and music could also integrate with attorneys and nonprofits and the resources and workshops that they need to succeed, insurance agents, all in one space. So when the pandemic hit, it was like, boom, everybody went right to the cloud. I found myself living in Nashville for a short period of time before I moved there eventually. And, so we just pivoted to, let's help the venues. Let's do live streaming. So we started working with venues, and then we started in Cleveland with helping the venues there and the artists. But that led really, it was the Music Tech Media Summit being birthed to help artists and entrepreneurs pivot and pave the way during the pandemic and for the future. So that we never stopped hosting conversations or bringing people together. It's just the Web3 space is where some of these things that we used to dream about or worked on that didn't seem like they came together. Like this is an open space where a lot of these things can begin to come together like never before.
What was when you started doing this, what was your biggest win for, let's say 2021, and what's your biggest win for 2022?
Oh, that's good. 2021, I would say, was consistently hosting the Clubhouse Music Tech Media Hours on Clubhouse and doing the Music Tech Media Summits. Those were huge wins because that set the ground floor of building trust and relationships. 2022, I think we're going to see that in September with what we have an amazing team that's partnered with NFT Nashville called Booth Life. They're doing an awesome job just pushing things forward for Fest with 3. So I think being part of that, being a puzzle piece, part of that bigger puzzle, and seeing, stepping on the grounds in Miami for the North American Bitcoin Conference in January, just stepping out in faith and now seeing what happens, in September and then even beyond then. I think that's something I'm looking forward to seeing with that. So that's like a to be continued kind of thing, or to be to TBM, to be manifested.
To be manifested, TBM. I like that. People that will listen or watch this or listen to, they'll see you and they'll be like, oh, I have a skill that's kind of similar, and that'll inspire them or encourage them to do something similar. And then next thing you know, they're building communities. And anyway, that's kind of the hope anyways. I hope that people are going to be inspired by someone that's been there and done that. You've been there and done that.
Yeah, I think that an underrated space in this deal is hospitality. As people who throw events in hospitality, you don't have to understand Web3. You don't have to understand Wall Street to serve Wall Street customers at a restaurant, right? You don't have to understand traveling musicians to serve them at a Cracker Barrel or at their favorite eatery or diner when they're on the road. I think that's something a lot of people are missing, is their lack of understanding versus what they already understand and what they've already developed over the years. If you can just take that, get past Web3, you don't understand how email works, but you use it. Just make space, even if it's just for a few friends, and do a little bit of due diligence on the side, get a basic understanding, but just have a friend who knows what this stuff is and give them a stage. So start pointing people to them. If you're a networker, if you like building community, if you like people, I'm not passionate about blockchain. I'm passionate about people. And because I'm passionate about people, I've become passionate about the blockchain because how that can serve people.
Yeah, like you have a skill set that you can serve people with, and the blockchain is just the outlet to help you with your skill set, so you can serve those people.
It's cool. It's cool.
Cool. So we didn't put a ton of time on the clock, but let's say you were to give yourself advice 10 years ago. You're talking to your younger self and you're like, Brandon, in the experience I've had in the last 10 years, here's some advice I would give you. What advice would you give yourself?
Man, be patient. Don't get offended. Give it time, and read more books like 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, and get your circle tight. Don't try to go wide, try to go deeper. Let's just spend more time with your mentors and people you could trust that got good fruit. Don't try for a position, go for the long haul. Listen to people that got their marriages intact and have built things that have lasted.
For the long haul. When I ask people like what their advice would be, I've never heard anyone ever say give up.
Never give up.
Never hear of someone being like, give up, it doesn't happen.
Don't give up, because the one who made you will never give up on you. So like, it's like you got an arm always there to pull you up. So don't let go of that. Don't let go of that arm. Even if it's breath, don't stop breathing. You never stop breathing. So don't stop believing that you could do big things and you're meant to do big things, but don't forsake the little things.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Hopefully that can give some people some inspiration to take advantage and take action on. It's good stuff, man. Thanks, Kevin. Do you go by Kevin or not Kevin, Brandon? Brandon or BrandonDavid?
Hey, I like the name. Kevin's cool though too. I mean, BrandonDavid, like BrandonDavid.
BrandonDavid.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool. All right, man. It was good chatting with you.
Yeah, beautiful. Feel free to follow up if ever, I'd love to learn more too at some point about what you're doing and see how we can help connect some dots too.